reacting reviews, we're reacting reviews to things on the internet, and today we are going to be talking about Amber Heard. Now, I actually told myself I was not going to talk about her testimony until it was thoroughly done, until at least the cross-examinations, because I was trying to be as fair as possible, even with my bias, to Amber Heard, to at least get her story fully out before I make an opinion. And honestly, I wasn't going to even watch the live testimony. I was probably just going to rely on clips. But then I couldn't sleep last night. And so I ended up watching a couple of live testimony streams from lawyers that are on YouTube, like reputable lawyers, at least from their own words, that has been lawyers for over 10, 15 years. So there's so much I want to say about this, but I really don't want to make this video too long. So I'm going to try to focus on a couple of things. And the main thing is the main sort of description or story that Amber Heard sort of laid out for her audience. And so I most likely will play a clip, but let me kind of describe what she said. So the story that she paints is that Johnny Depp straddled her and pummeled her over and over and over and over and over and over, right? Grown man with fingers full of rings, handful of rings, okay? And that is after he allegedly dragged her throughout their huge living space, dragged her through the hallways, kicking and screaming. She even said there was another point, so he straddled her one time, punching her in the face, and there's another time he straddles her, and I think her face was down in a pillow or something like that, and she couldn't breathe, and he was punching her to the point she passed out. There's another point where he said he knocked her over and she tripped over a couch and bashed her head against a brick wall. She also describes Johnny Depp in her own movement. She said he put his head all the way back, she did this, and bashed her in the nose and broke her nose. This is one incident.
By the second or third shove, he sent me toppling over this chaise lounge, like a little low-lying sofa seat, and I hit my head on the brick.
Ow.
Wall. There was an exposed brick wall. Leaned back and headbutted me square in the nose. We had another struggle. He overtook me. I was trying to hit him off me. I was trying to get him to trying to get his body off of me, and he was just pummeling me. And then he being on top of me, and he was screaming and swinging at me while I was on the floor. He had me by the hair and dragged me the rest of the way from the office into the neighboring room, the neighboring apartment. Drags me up to the bed and throws me down onto the bed, kind of wrestles me down onto the bed. He kneels on my back with one leg. He's punching me, a close fist punching me repeatedly, pounding the back of my head, pounding it with his fist. I don't know how many times he just hit me over and over and over again. I thought, this is how I die.
So a lot of people said her story sounded too dramatic, too fantastical, like out of a movie scene. That would never happen. It's too much, too detailed. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think that a type of abuse can actually happen to someone. However, the way she was telling the story sounded like a bad audition tape. I was signed to a professional theater company at once, and I was in LA to be an actor. So I have read scripts, I've had little tiny parts here and there, I've gone to acting classes, and to me, I'm sorry, it looked like a bad monologue take. But back to the actual event she was talking about. So as I was listening to it, a lot of her story didn't make sense. It didn't make sense in a sense that it didn't really add up to any of the evidence or any of the eyewitness evidence or testimonies we've heard so far. But I was trying to get past all of that. I was trying to get past all of that and just listen to what she was saying. And I was like, wow, that does sound bad. I'm not saying I believe her, but I was saying the story sounds bad. And I still wasn't gonna make a video about it until I saw the fucking photos. These photos are supposed to be proof of the damage and the abuse that she herself described, that she herself in her testimony described a grown man full force hitting you over and 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 over to the point where you lost count and you passed out. A grown man with closed fists, handful of rings. And this is supposed to be the damage. Am I tripping here? She tried to excuse the lack of bruising on bad lighting and the fact that, well, it was a day later.
This is my face with a busted lip, which is difficult to see in this picture, but
A busted lip?
my 2 black eyes, one is worse than the other. Like I said, maybe a day or 2 later.
It's worse a day or 2 later. The bruising's worse a day or 2 later.
Broken nose.
And her broken nose.
Thank you. Michelle, can you bring up Defendant's Exhibit 514?
That is the photo of her broken nose. You heard her testimony. That is the photo of her broken nose.
I don't think she understands what the damage a broken nose does, or swelling, or black eye does, because it doesn't get better in a day, hon. It doesn't even get better in 2 days, or 3 days, or 4 days, or 5 days. Usually broken bones or broken noses, swelling, busted eye, busted lips, they get way worse before they get better. They are 10 times worse the next day than it is the moment it happens. From what she described, Amber Heard should have so much swelling that her face is unrecognizable. She should have 2 shut eyes, swollen shut. Her nose should be the size of her face, if not a split nose. Her lips should be the size of a golf ball. Her bruising should be the color of dark purple or black. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a forensic scientist or anything like that, but I have common sense, and I've seen people with broken noses and busted faces. The way she described, again, Johnny Depp at full force put his head all the way back and bashed her in the nose as hard as he could. He punched her over and over and over again until she passed out and she lost count. Grown man, closed fist with rings on every finger. You remember what Rihanna looks like, right? And Rihanna's black. When the paler you are, the more visible the bruising is. Her other excuse for the reason why you couldn't see the bruising is because the lighting. So you're telling me you were trying to take pictures for evidence. You took the picture, you looked at the picture, you said, wow, I can't really see the bruising. I will continue taking the same picture in the same lighting. I mean, go outside, let the paparazzi see it. You had no problem with the other one. And she kept saying like, well, this picture was taken on day 1, and this picture was taken a couple of days ago, and this picture was taken a couple of days ago, which can very well be the case. However, she's wearing the same shirt in the same lighting. Her hair is pretty much done the same. It looks like the same day to me, but I could be wrong. Now, when I saw the picture, I was livid. I was fuming. And I couldn't really figure out why I was so mad, besides the fact that she is a fucking liar and she's trying to destroy another person's life. And then it clicked on me. The abuse Amber Heard described, I was abused that way. I was dragged through the house by my hair. I was straddled upon and beat over and over and over and over and over again on a daily basis. I have had my head bashed in more times than I can count. I have been strangled to the point of passing out multiple times. And this is by a woman. Granted, it's a grown woman to a child, so probably still equivalent to a grown man to a grown woman in strength. You know the difference between me and Amber Heard? I still have physical evidence of my abuse. I don't know if you can see it, but you see the scar here? And do you see the scar there? That is a head being bashed in. Amber Heard said her head was bashed into a brick wall. I can never do a Jada Pinkett because I have scars all over my scalp. You see the scar there? That is a busted lip. Amber Heard said her lip was busted, but it looked more like a cold sore. And you probably can't see it, but there's a scar here. That is my nose being busted. Do that resemble Amber Heard's pictures? If Amber Heard is lying, she is a disgusting fucking human being. Oh, by the way, That tooth, a crooked tooth, you probably can't see it. Also because I got busted in it. She said that Johnny Depp pummeled her all the time. Just out of nowhere, just pummeled her all the time. Pummeled her all the time. Pummeled her all the time. Guess who else got pummeled and beat on a daily basis? And I still have welt marks from belts on my body. She said she got scratched up through broken glass because she was trying to describe the situation when Johnny Depp's finger got severed, and she was admitting that she caused it, but it was an accident and whatnot. And she was saying that she had cuts all up and down her arm and cuts all up and down her legs, and her feet were all cut up. No evidence, no scars, no bruising, no cuts, no nothing. That's a slash. That's a slash. Those are slashes. I know black people and white people scar different, but white people scar. I don't understand where Amber Heard clearly was taking pictures of everything to document everything. Because A, maybe she was an abused woman, she wanted to take evidence of it. Or B, she knew she was going to set Johnny Depp up. Took pictures of everything. Stuff that is completely irrelevant, but still took pictures of everything. Videos of everything, took pictures of everything. For some reason, we don't have any photos of the worst of her abuse. Allegedly. She says that she had an open wound on the back of her head that was bloody and pussing for days and days and days. But this is the picture we got. It's like she describes the pictures in a way where she's hoping we just don't believe her own eyes. There's no surprise that multiple domestic abuse survivors have come out and said her story does not fit. Her story does not match. It does not line up. And I am another person that survived not domestic abuse, but violent abuse, and I am telling you her story does not add up. And if she is lying, she is a disgusting fucking human being. Like the worst. Okay, not the worst, but pretty bad. And when you look at her and you know she's fucking lying, at least about how the abuse happened, allegedly, and she's making all these faces and scrounging up and trying to force some type of tear out of her eye. Oh my God, it's so infuriating. So infuriating. I have no doubt that Amber Heard is hurt and sad and have some anguish. I have no doubt in that. I have no doubt in that. But it's not because it happened the way you said it happened. Now look, I'm not saying Amber Heard was never abused. If Amber Heard says she was backslapped by Johnny Depp and that was the evidence, I could have believed that. I'm like, okay, that's realistic. Those pictures do not match what she says. So either A, she's lying about the pictures were taken after abuse, and if she is, I don't know why she would do that because it's hurting her story. Or B, she's lying about how the abuse happened or how severe it was, which it doesn't matter because abuse is abuse. Or C, she's lying about the abuse altogether. And if you are lying about one aspect of something, why can't you just be lying about all aspects of something?
I know you can't hit a woman, you can't hit a man, you can't hit anyone, you can't just hit somebody.
I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a baby.
Because you started.
You are such a baby. Grow the up,
Because you
Johnny.
started physical fights.
I did start a physical
Yeah,
fight.
you did. So I had
Because
to get out of there.
yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing.
There was so much more. There were a lot of other things, random fucking details that didn't matter. And a lot of times when people add a lot of details, it's they're lying because they think the more detailed their story are, the more believable they are. And then when she was asked about other specific things that would probably most likely hurt her case, oh, I can't recall. It's just flashes. I can't remember. I don't know. It was kind of, she'll say like, I don't remember where it hit. It was my right arm. You just said you didn't remember. In order for Amber Heard's testimony to be true, she has to be telling the truth and everyone else has to be lying. We've heard the audio. Why didn't she ever say Johnny Depp hit her in that audio? She never once said, because you hit me, Johnny. because I was terrified of you, because you were beating me, because you were violent. Never once. Where is these stories coming from? Over all these years, where is these stories coming from? The difference between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp has been consistent throughout the years, and Amber Heard has literally just been inconsistent and just making up new details and new stories. It's just nothing is consistent with what she says. She says that Johnny Depp, you know, would confront her and say and tell Amber Heard to come to me and attack me and what's up and all these things. But in every audio she says you always leave Johnny, you never stay Johnny, you always leave Johnny. But now Johnny Depp is the one confronting. That's it. I don't want to make this video too long. I know it's already longer than it has to be. I'll try to cut it down as much as I can. There's like literally so much more I want to say, but I guess I'll just keep it for the cross-examination. Mind you, I actually listened to a couple lawyers that said a lot of times when there's evidence that's going to hurt a client, the lawyers will object to that evidence. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but they'll object to it to try to get it kicked out of court. There's a reason why Johnny Depp's lawyers was like, every photo Amber Heard has, yep, we totally approve, put it in there, yep. Because they know. And the fact that Amber Heard added so much detail, I don't know if her lawyers didn't attempt to talk her out of this, but why the fuck would you give so much more material for Johnny Depp's lawyers to work with? You literally have handed them a platter with a bow on top, and now they have 10 days, I think, to analyze everything you said. And you know, the more you say, the more they can start to add in, because sometimes there's evidence and witnesses that the judge won't allow because they'll say is irrelevant to the case. But the more the other person talks, they open that door to bring in more witnesses and evidence. So there could be possibly evidence and witnesses that weren't allowed before but now are allowed in because of her testimony, because she decided to add on this whole fucking novel. Anyway guys, that's it. Tell me what you think of this mess. Like, I'm genuinely pissed off at her. I'm genuinely mad. Again, I will say this, I don't know what happened. I'm not saying she wasn't hit. If she's lying, she is a fucking piece of shit. She is a fucking piece of shit. Anyways, I'm still talking. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get the notification when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. If you'd like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle, or I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link. Go subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye.